So let's begin with the reactions. So what happened when this ammonia react with some other compounds, with water and some other sodium compound, metal compound? It can be metal, it can be non-metallic compound. So how it react? So its aqueous solution is weakly basic due to the formation of OH ion. If we talk about the aqueous solution of ammonia, so it is quite basic. Why? Because of the formation of ions. OH positive, because when we just mix ammonia or dissolve ammonia in water, so it make aqueous solution. Okay, and at that time, the ionic formation will be like NH4 positive and OH negative. So this will be quite basic. So when sodium hypochlorite is presence of in presence of glue and gelatin, excess of ammonia gives hydride. So ammonia gives Na with the NaOCl gives NH2 means 4 two ammonia connected together with the bond plus NaCl and H2O. When with Nessels reagent, an alkali solution of K2 HgL4, the potassium tetraiodate or mercury, ammonia and ammonium salt gives brown precipitate due to the formation of Milan base. So what happened when you reacted with the Nelson reagent, ammonia or some other ammonium salt, you will get a brown color precipitate which is known as the Milan's base. So the compound which is formed after reacting with this Nelson reagent and with KOH, what you will get? You will get the Milan's base. So these are known as the Milan's bases. Whenever someone asks you that explains about the ammonia in detail, so you have to explain it, their process of formation, both laboratory preparation, both laboratory and commercial preparation, reactions, that how ammonia react with some other things, and next are the uses of ammonia, that where we use ammonia. So it is used in the manufacture of fertilizers. Example, ammonium sulfate. Fertilizers, I think you are familiar with fertilizers. So ammonium sulfates are used as a fertilizer. Next, it is used in softening of water. In water purification system, the ammonia is used to purify it, to softening the water, to remove the hardness of water. Okay, because if we drink hard water, that can affect our immune system and body also. So it's mandatory to soften the water first before discharging it to the public. Okay, it is used in making nitric acid, it is used in making some plastics. Okay, so these are the uses of ammonia. So let us talk about the nitric acid. It is also a nitrogen compound. So we can prepare nitric acid on two bases, on two levels. First is the laboratory method and second one is the large scale or commercial method. So how you can prepare it in laboratory? By reacting NaNO3 plus H2SO4, it gives HNO3 plus NaHSO4. Okay, on large scale, when ammonia react with the oxygen, we'll obtain nitrogen monoxide and water. But this reaction also takes place in the atmosphere also, the reversible reaction. So what happened when your nitrogen react with the atmospheric oxygen, will obtain nitrogen monoxide, and when rain comes, this nitrogen monoxide react with the water molecule present in the rain and they form nitric acid. Okay, so this reactions takes place in the atmosphere also, same. So we, on large scale, we just follow the same type of reaction to produce. So when nitric oxide is then reaches with the oxygen in the air to form nitrogen dioxide. So see, it's nitrogen monoxide react with oxygen, it gives nitrogen dioxide. After that, this is subsequently absorbed in the water to form nitric acid and nitric oxide. So nitrogen dioxide plus water gives nitric acid and nitrogen oxide. So this happened actually during in the acid rain. So in 8th class, I think you have studied about the formation of nitric acid in the acid rain. Okay, when nitrogen dioxide react with the water droplets which comes down because of rain, it just mix with the water molecules and form nitric acid and nitrogen oxide. Okay, so the scientists use the same type of process to produce this nitric acid commercially on large scale. So let us talk about the preparation in detail. So I'm just telling you, I'm just explaining you this thing with the help of a flow chart. So what happened when ammonia, this NH3, react with oxygen in the presence of catalyst, what happened? Nitrogen monoxide form. After that, when this nitrogen monoxide react with oxygen, it form nitrogen dioxide and then to N2O4, right? After that, the absorption takes place. What is absorption? When this H2O just mix with N2O4 and it will obtain what? Nitric acid. So this is the stepwise formation of nitric acid. So this same process happened in the atmosphere at the time of formation of acid rain, or the scientists use the same process to produce this commercially. So this is the structure of your nitric acid, HNO3, where nitrogen is bonded with oxygen double bond and OH, and this O negative with the single bond. And this the structure will look like this. Okay. Let's just read to the chemical properties of the nitric acid. So what happened? The chemical properties of nitric acid means first dilute. Copper plus HNO3 gives CuNO3 whole twice plus NO plus H2O. And we'll talk about when concentrated means when just take when just go for the concentration, then cause Cu plus HNO3 gives CuNO plus whole twice NO2 H2O. So it's just be like same. What happened? Okay, whenever we just react in dilution. Dilution means where the substance with which we are reacting your ammonia, your nitric acid is is in large amount as compared to this nitric acid. So that is known as dilute. And when concentrated means now we are reacting 1 mole of copper here with the ammonia and we'll get the same compound. Let's just react it with the non-metals. So non-metals we are reacting with the carbon. When nitric acid react with the carbon, so what happens? CO2 plus H2O plus NO2 formed. Okay, this nitric acid will dissociate into carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and water. And when it react with the metals, so what happened in the presence of your HCl? And we know this thing that when nitric acid and HCl combine, they form aqua regia. Aqua regia, I think you all have heard this word aqua regia. This is the strongest acid considered to be as a strongest acid because this is a mixture of nitric acid and HCl as well. So your Goldsmith used the aqua regia to just clean your gold, to remove the impurities out of gold. But apart of impurities, your gold jewelry or the jewelry from the gold from the jewelry will just dissolve in this aqua regia and they will collect it. So previously what happened, when ladies used to give their ornaments for polishing and cleaning, the goldsmith what they do, they just dip your gold jewelry into the aqua regia. So the power of this aqua regia is very strong and the reaction is very fast. So what happened? Your gold start dissolving into it. Okay, which just led to the change in the weight. So that is why people used to measure the weight by on the time of giving or the gold jewelry for polishing and for cleaning, and after that also, so that they'll not feel any type of change. So if you see that some local goldsmith is using a liquid to clean your gold jewelries, it means they are just extracting some gold out of it, and which led to decrease in weight of gold jewelry also. So aqua regia is very strong acid in which your gold can dissolve easily. Gold, silver, even platinum can dissolve easily in aqua regia. So when the ammonia, this nitric acid in presence of HCl react with aluminium. So what happened? So if gold is dissolving in aqua regia, so aluminium is very reactive metal. It can react with that acid easily. So what happened at that time? AuCl4 plus NoCl2 gives H2O. This is known as orochloric acid. So orochloric acid form along with NoCl2, NoCl and H2O. So this is how your nitric acid react with the metals, with the non-metals, and with in dilute concentration and in concentration. What happened when you react your nitric acid with hydrocarbons? So hydrocarbons means carbon and hydrogen compounds. So let us react it with the benzene. C6H6, nitric acid reacts. So what happened in the presence of H2SO4, C6H5NO2 plus H2O formed. When it reacts with the toluene, toluene means C6H5CH3 when we place CH3 above your benzene ring. So what happened in the presence of H2SO4, 2,4,6 trinitrotoluene formed. 2,4,6 means at the place on 2 carbon, 4 carbon and 6 carbon, you will see methyl group attached to the this NO2 group attached to this toluene along with your CH3. So I think this type of compound we have formed while doing organic in 11th class along with H2O. When we react it with the phenol, phenol means OH group attached to the benzene ring. C6H5OH gives HNO3, which gives C6H2NO2 whole thrice OH plus 3H2O. With sugarcane form oxalic acid and water. And when you react it with the sugarcane and oxygen, it it just gives what 6 COOH whole twice plus 5 H2O. All right, so this happened when we react your nitric acid with the hydrocarbon. It means that your nitric acid can react with metals easily, with non-metals easily, with hydrocarbons easily. Okay, so it means that it can react mostly all of the compounds, inorganic and organic compounds, but exceptions are always there. Okay, so let us talk about the oxides of nitrogen. First is dinitrogen monoxide. Dinitrogen monoxide is N2O and the structure will be like this. So they can ask you about the bond length, that what is the bond length of bond length in N2O. तो आप बताओगे उसमें कि भाई इतनी होती है. Next we'll talk about nitrogen monoxide and the bond length is 1.5 angstrom. Next, dinitrogen trioxide N2O3. This happened when your nitrogen dioxide react with the oxygen in atmosphere or when preparation of the nitric acid in commercially in laboratory. Okay, so what happened, the structure will be like this. Next is nitrogen dioxide. After that, dinitrogen tetraoxide and dinitrogen pentaoxide. So they can ask you that they can give if they will give you this question in objectives, so they can ask that if N2O6 is the oxide of nitrogen or not. So at that time you just keep this thing in mind that N2O6 is not possible. N2O5 will can be the oxide of nitrogen. So you all have to learn all the oxides, or either they can give you this question in 1 mark, that write down the different oxides of nitrogen. So at that point of time you have to explain that these type of oxides can form by the nitrogen. Nitrogen can exist with the oxygen in these forms: N2O, N2O3, NO, NO2, N2O4, N2O5. Okay, see, these are the oxides of nitrogen in a table. So I think this table is also there in your NCERT. So no need to take the screenshot. So first, let us talk about the N2O, dinitrogen oxide. At that time, the oxidation state of nitrogen will be +1. When we go to different oxides, the oxidation state of nitrogen will change. Why? Because of the increased number of oxygen and sometimes increased number of nitrogen and oxygen simultaneously. Okay, and their reaction is also given. Physical appearance is colorless gas and nature is neutral. Let's just talk about monoxide. At that time, nitrogen shows +2 oxidation state, colorless gas, and nature is neutral. Reaction is there only. Dinitrogen trioxide, +3 oxidation state, blue solid hota hai, and the nature is acidic. So they can ask you one question, Name the oxide of nitrogen which is present in solid state or solid state, and या फिर ये कह सकते हो which are present in as a blue color solid and the nature is acidic. Your answer will be at that time N2O3. Okay, so you have to learn this table carefully because you can get objective question out of it. Nitrogen dioxide, NO2, +4 oxidation state, brown gas, acidic nature. Next is N2O4, colorless solid or either liquid and acidic state. N2O5, colorless solid and acidic in nature. So they can ask you only exception or the difference from other. As you can see, N2O and your nitrogen monoxide are colorless and neutral. Other are colorless, solid or liquid or solid and acidic. But we have two exception or two differences here. First is blue color solid and second one is brown color gas. So they can ask you questions out of these two. Don't leave any exception or you can say odd one out from anything. So these two are, you can say, odd one out because on others we have some symmetry, but in these two they are odd one out, or they can be asked in the board easily. All right, so at that time they can ask the oxidation state also, that in NO2 what will be the oxidation state of nitrogen. So it will be like +3. So they can ask you their physical appearance or their chemical nature. So what will be the chemical nature? Acidic and acidic, both. In NO2, oxidation state will be +4. Physical appearance will be brown gas and acidic nature. Your chemical nature will be acidic. All right. So for this, you can take a screenshot out of it. Take a screenshot. Because in this you have structure also. Sometimes they can ask you to prepare or to draw the structure of N2O4. So at that time you have to draw this structure, and as well as you have to tell the nature or description. All right. So they can ask you sometimes if N2O5, how N2O5 form at that time, and draw the structure. So you have to draw the structure and tells them about the description of this gas, that in which condition this gas actually present. Okay, so N2O5 is colorless ionic solid, and this trioxide is unstable radical, NO3. NO, NO2 and NO3. So NO3 is an unstable radical and the structure will be like this. So take a screenshot so that you will get each and every information regarding the nitrogen oxides on a single page. So you just can take a screenshot of this page also, where all the lone pair, bone pair electrons are present, how the formation takes place with the flow chart. As you can see, what happened as we go through this flow chart. So what happened? We have nitrogen monoxide, dioxide, N2O, N2O5. So how this thing happened, how they form. So let us talk about this nitrogen dioxide. From nitrogen dioxide, if we add oxygen, we'll get N2O5. If we just minus oxygen, minus nitrogen, we'll get NO. And if we add oxygen, we'll get NO2. After that, when we add 2 oxygen, we'll get N2O5. If we add 3 oxygen, we'll get this. If we get and add more oxygen, so what we'll get? N2O4. Okay. After that, in this trioxide, if you just add oxygen, or you can write it, you just draw this diagram like this also, and same with this. So these are the representation that how we can form different oxides of nitrogen. So these oxides of nitrogen can be formed by